The Road to Keji's Backyard Ultra. Episode 1. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the video. I feel very awkward talking to myself, but hopefully there's somebody on the other end listening. So yeah, welcome. I'm not going to edit any of this. It's just going to be raw and uncut. So yeah, buckle up. So the reason I wanted to make this video is a long time ago, probably 3 years ago now, I made a series documenting 30 days quitting THC, and I found it very beneficial for me to just kind of get my thoughts out there, and I still refer to those videos today, going back and seeing where my brain was, and just remembering the process. Today being day 1 of my new sobriety journey, I guess. I wasn't sober since then, but I've since started craving the clarity that comes along with not smoking, and that's my jam, is smoking nicotine or THC. It pretty much goes hand in hand. So training up for Keji's Backyard Ultra, I'm on day 57, and I'm approaching 800 kilometers. So in those 57 days, I've run a minimum of 10K a day, with bigger efforts coming on the weekends. And the weekdays, I do 10 kilometers during my lunch break at work. No, I'm not going to start again. I lost my train of thought, but I just got to roll with it. I didn't pick an easy time to change. I didn't pick an easy time to quit. I picked now, so this is where we're at. Boy, I'm nervous. Hold on, let me take a sip of tea. I do have some talking points on my computer, but probably not going to do me much good here. So yeah, this isn't day 1 of training. It's day 1 of removing the escape. And physically, training for a backyard ultra, running is the easy part. In my experience, you run really far, you simulate the backyard's format, then you run really far again. Physically speaking, training is very easy, but the mental side of it, as those who run a backyard ultra will know, a backyard ultra is very mental, it's very emotional, even spiritual after a certain point. And Keji's Backyard Ultra, this would be my 5th or 6th year running it. I don't think I missed a year. So yeah, I know what to expect. I know the course. We won it last year with 33 loops, which is 221 kilometers. So all that being said, I know where my mind has to go. I know where I need to be mentally to be able to push those limits, to not really push those. I can push them smoking. I just want the clarity. I'm craving the clarity of being emotionally, emotionally confident, I guess. Emotionally sure of myself, that I didn't cut corners. I didn't rely on any substance for me to escape, or I didn't lean on anything other than my own abilities and my own mindset. So, like I said, today's day 57 of physical training, but day 1 of the real work, where I cut out the substances, I cut out the crutch, the escape, and I get jittery just talking about it because the withdrawal is real. Some people might just say it's only weed, but I mean, they probably smoke every day anyway without having to question it. So I'm fortunate in that and that I'm aware enough to question these things, and in a position to challenge myself, to be uncomfortable, to want to push through. Um, and yeah, our training focuses on that. It's just pushing through uncomfortable feelings. I run when I don't want to. I run in every weather. Like it's no thing for me to just get up and go. Although some days are easier than others, and that it's like um, not very motivated some days. And I think that is the point. The point of training is to the point of training for a backyard ultra, especially, is to run when you don't want to, again and again and again and again and again. Because if you're not familiar with what a backyard ultra is, I'll give you the lowdown. It's 6.7 kilometer loop every hour on the hour until only one person is remaining to run that loop. So it can go on for a very long time. And like I said, I won it last year with 33 loops, which is 221 kilometers. And this year promises to be a bigger field, deeper field. So we'll get all the loops that we can handle. That's why I want my mind to be sharp. I want to be fully present. I want to have that natural dopamine and the clarity. That's what I'm craving the most, is the clarity. I remember I quit for at least a year before, and I remember just feeling clear. You know, like that's what clarity is, but I mean, I just felt so um, aware, I guess. And I ran my 200-mile event, the Divide 200, and I was completely sober, and I enjoyed every step of it. Like, I'm talking, it was a grind, but I appreciated and was aware of every step I took along that course. So I'm looking to recreate that in my backyard ultra journey, to really put my best foot forward, pun intended. So we've been smoking for about 2 years off and on, and I get right sneaky with it. I get that's what doesn't sit well with me, is I get right sneaky. I hide it, and I'm just not proud of it. I'm like, not who does something like that, but to do something that you're not proud of repeatedly is not very positive for the old brain box. So let me just make sure I'm hitting my talking points here, because I kind of ramble sometimes. So yeah, I mean, the withdrawal. This is very uncomfortable. So yeah, quitting weed. I will not start this video over again, whether I mess up or not. So quitting weed is part of my mental training, but the withdrawal, man, like today, yesterday and today, because I got a little story about yesterday. I wanted yesterday to be my quit day, but I knew that I had butted out a joint in my shed. So last night I got the jitters, or I wish I could describe what withdrawal feels like for me. And I'm sure it's different for everybody, but you take something away and I get like sweaty, I get antsy, and sad. Like I get sad, like I just lost a best friend, or um, and my brain rewiring itself. I know that, but it sucks, man. It sucks. But you know, What would suck even more is come race day to feel like I could have gave more and regret not having the courage to try something uncomfortable. I hope that made sense. So, yeah, the just unmotivated feeling today more than any other day, and it's just a sadness. Sadness is like it's grief almost, where your brain is craving this dopamine hit, and that's what it is. It's all brain chemistry. Like I understand all of this, but it still sucks. It still sucks. So it sucks, and it's the point of it, is what I'm trying to say. I do not want to show up to Keji being comfortable or being coddled by some chemical. You know what I mean? I was going to ask if that makes sense, but there's nobody there to answer me, so I hope it does. Um, this video is going to be so shitty. Uh, and I got to thinking, like, today, like, is running all I do? But, like, withdrawal will mess with it. I'm not following my talking points and I'm getting frustrated. Okay, so I know I'm not supposed to feel good right now. This isn't supposed to feel comfortable, but we're here. And I'd like to document this for future reference. So as these videos go on, I'm sure you will be able to see the clarity coming back. And I don't plan to do this every day, but every week I think I can release an episode. This is already 13 minutes. What have I even said in 13 minutes? So props for staying this long if you're still here. Listening to my boring ass ramble about withdrawal. But yeah, we're quitting weed, quitting nicotine. We're running every day. This is part of the mental training. And we got about a little less than 50 days left until Keji. It's June 6th. So that's enough time for my brain to rewire itself, for my lungs to heal, for my nervous system to fucking just even out. So this is prime time for me to just kind of say goodbye to it. And I'm not going to say I'll quit forever, but for today, definitely. Tomorrow will be another story, because I can only take it one day at a time, so it'll be one day at a time when I wake up tomorrow morning, and the next morning, and the next morning, and so on. But see, my brain's just getting overwhelmed with that, so I gotta stick to today. So for today, I am sober, and I intend to be for tomorrow too. So yeah, I keep losing my train of thought. I It's a very emotional topic, and for me to talk about it is a very uncomfortable thing. For me to record myself talking about it is even worse, because I know other people are going to watch this eventually, or like even my son or my daughter might watch it, or my stepson. Like somebody's going to watch this and they're going to bring it up, and I'm going to blush and I'm going to be embarrassed, but I'm going to be glad I did it. I'm going to be glad that it's out there. And so, yeah, I mean, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the consequences. Work is going very well. There's no real reason other than my own personal reasons for me to quit. Like, I'm not in trouble or I'm not under discipline or anything like that, but for me to show up as I know I can 100%, I know that I should quit. So it's funny. I just thinking about, I was just looking at my box over there where I go to. For fuck's sakes, I'm gonna get emotional about it. It's crazy. But yeah, fuck. So today sucked. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Today really sucked. And you know what? I might even cut this video short. I was gonna do 25-minute or whatever, but I really don't want to. So yeah. Whew. It's almost bedtime. Yeah, what else we got here? I already said today sucked. That's basically the theme of it. Today really sucked. I didn't want to run. I didn't feel like running. When I was running, I didn't feel like running. When I was running, I didn't feel like doing 10K. When I was running, I didn't want to do 5K. I didn't want to put on my shoes. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to do the project that was due today. I, I just wanted to curl up in a ball and be in my bed and stare out the window. That's where I wanted to be. I got the shivers. I'm cold. I got the chills. My feet are sweating for some damn reason. I think that's just a physiological response to the withdrawal. And I suppose quitting nicotine too, on top of things, that kind of explains a lot of the physical aspects of it. But see, this is exactly why we got to do it. Like, I can't show up to Keji and be under the influence of any sort of, I don't want to call it a handicap, but any sort of limiting factor. Like, I don't want to limit myself. I want to see what I can do. I want to see, like, the field is going to be deep this year. There's going to be national champions. Like, there's going to be some real ringers showing up. And then I want to be able to say that I put my best foot forward, and I want to be able to put my best effort forward. I want to put it all out there, see how far I can go with people that I know will not quit. And that's not to say anything bad about like quitting a backyard ultra or stopping, but like last year when I won it, it was so weird. I was, on one hand, I was grateful for it to be over, but on the other, I was disappointed that I couldn't keep going because it's a last person standing event. Once the second person drops out, and you're the last person standing, you only have to do one more loop, and then the race is over. So it's a very unique feeling. I wanted to be humbled in victory, but I also wanted to keep going. Like, I didn't want it to end. It's just so fun being able to go that long and hurt that much, um, and have the desire to want more. Like it's a um, very existential experience. And that maybe that's an oxymoron, but um, yeah, I'd like to get back to that arena and put my best foot forward and really just show up ready. I know my legs will be ready, but my mind, your mind will quit before your body does. I think that's the saying. Maybe I got it backwards, but I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. Somebody tell me in the comments if I got that right or not. But this is the wayward way, man. Like my sign says up here, this is the wayward way. I like to think I don't do anything as anybody else would do them. I'm not a trailblazer, but I've definitely marched to the beat of my own drum. Um, I don't really run with people. There's probably one or two people that I'll run with every now and then, but 98% of the kilometers that I do are solo. I prefer to not run with music, but some days I'll need some some extra motivation just to get out the damn door. But 57 days, man, that's like what, 8 weeks? 8 weeks in a day. So every day I laced up and got out there for at least 10K. And some days I would be doing, well, my backyard simulations, I would get up to, I think I got up to 48 kilometers so far, with more planned in the future. So, but I don't really want to make these about like run updates or what are they called, recaps of my training. And there'll be some small aspect of that, but I want to be more expressive of the mental side of it, like the mentality to train for something like that. Because I can appreciate some or most people can't really appreciate how difficult a backyard ultra is, or running in general. Like I don't know who my audience is here. I don't know who I'm talking to. And man, this is crazy. I'm talking to myself. uh, Talking to myself in front of a camera. It's always mind boggling to me. I don't know what I was talking about before I got sidetracked again, but let me make sure I'm hitting all my talking points. Uh, Reasons why I kind of touched on that, but I mean, you got the family. I have children. I got, you know what? You save money. You don't stink like shit every time you come in from the shed. It's just a big weight. There's a history there for me, and there's a lot of guilt that I carry, with where it's taken me over the years. But I do enjoy it. It's an enjoyable experience. To a point, to a point. There, I should add an asterisk there. It's not always enjoyable, but it's definitely something that has been ingrained into my brain as a quick fix, as a way of stepping away from life and the world and just kind of, I wouldn't say zoning out, I would just say numbing numbing it out would be more accurate. And at this point in my training, I know that's exactly what I do not need. I want to feel everything, and I just want to put the weight down. Like, it's been years and years and years and years of just like emotional stuff. Like, I just want to put it down so I can focus on this next task. And that's basically it. Like, today sucked, but today's also day one. We're here. Restarting my YouTube thing, for better or worse. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but like I said, I'm not going to edit anything. It's all going to be the awkward silences and the stutters and the whatever I just did there. I don't know what that's called, but the lost of train of thoughts, and it's all just going to be out there for the internet to enjoy. So, how about that street sign though? That's pretty nifty, isn't it? So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, let's just call it there. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I hit all my talking points. Hopefully this video had some cohesion and some logical flow to it, not just me kind of rambling in bits and pieces. But yeah, we'll be back next week for an update. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So see you next time.